Like, what are we even talking about all the time? If you're a guest watching this, if you're watching this YouTube channel, and you know what we're talking about, most of the time, you're special. You're a top tier potato. We're potatoes. You're a potato too. Good job. If you know what that means. Let alone all the other ARN nonsense that we talk about on Actual Real Nonsense. Nice.
ARN nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're following like what we're talking about, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, actually.
Yeah, it is kind of
it's equal to seeing something from another dimension.
Yeah. Like, we talk about things. We've been in the same house talking about really nonsense stuff like this for so long that since we started recording just like, you know, an hour once every month and a half or whatever this is to just talk about some of the nonsense that we talk about, it's like, we don't talk about the stories that we're writing too much or like the worlds that we've invented, and we don't use too much terminology. Every once in a while we reference people that are popular, like people might know who Eckhart Tolle is, the Dalai Lama is, or, you know, just random people sometimes who are kind of popular for whatever it is, like spiritually something. You might hear us mention Vipassana sometimes, or, you know, Qigong, or just stuff, like, you know, things that people are familiar with to some degree. But there's a huge repertoire of really random, bizarre references that we avoid talking about because it is utterly confusing. Like, even Austin Powers, like, who talks about that anymore? But it's something that people know, so we like use examples from that. If you're even following some of the those, like, they're really somewhat obscure things we're making analogies to while already talking about completely bizarre things that are, like, most people, when they, if I were to talk about any of this with them, it's like usually the conversation is like 4 to 8 hours long of just really weird stuff working up to these types of topics and then going into these topics, but it's stuff that's within their framework, within their paradigm, and opening them up to new things, let alone
just jumping right in every minute.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're able to follow what's going on here with ARN, nice. If not, and you're just like picking up, you know, things here and there, that is still amazing. Because this is the act of completely real nonsense.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier I was going to mention something about how, like, if spirits show up or whatever, I heard recently that, you know, you can ask them, like, what do they want, or why are they here, and ask, and if they're specific, then generally it means they're a good spirit. But if they're really vague and unclear, then it's like, probably shouldn't listen to whatever this thing is, you know? And I was going to say that earlier.
Just suck at asking.
Maybe too. But I was going to say earlier, and then I was like, what kind of channel is this? Like, why would we talk about that?
Yeah, like, talking about random things we heard from others about things that most people don't think about or consider.
Yeah.
And then randomly we talk about, like, the mechanics of light or something, like really basic physics stuff, but in a deep way. And then we talk about, like, upbringings and childhoods or something, and then we're on to, like, weird perception stuff and evolution, and who knows, like, there's no consistency here. And then we make jokes about Austin Powers. Anyways,